Hello there. All right. The title of the stream is accurate though. It's been kind of hectic as of late, so I really haven't managed to fill out this sketch page. It's kind of bad. Hello everyone. Good to see you all here. Always nice. It's gonna be another chill stream, I think. Just being able to draw stuff. Let's see if this is the right thing, and yes. All right. The camera's in a different position because I'm going to have to be looking down quite a lot because my tablet's down here. So we got this whole sketch page going on. Nothing on it. Just too busy this month. It's just been figuring out the whole thing of just getting things done, getting things together. Like preparing for streaming's been taking up a lot of my time. Also, if this music's too loud, let me know. May turn it down just a bit. Maybe that's good. We'll have to figure that out, but I think it's good. So I'm just gonna be filling this out. The music's good. Okay. All right. As before, it's Game Chops. This is the Chiltendo Deluxe playlist. Alright. Sketch page. You know, thing is, I had a couple ideas for stuff to doodle on this, but as soon as I go live, it just all drains out my ear. It's just one of those things, you know. You have ideas, then they just go. What was I going to do here? This is the problem with having a sketch page. Like especially when your brain just doesn't want to connect. Hello, Kyorka. Just gonna be filling out this sketch page today, or at least trying to, because the brain not doing well. It is art time. What are you gonna draw? Eldritch the Abomination? Eldritch Abominations? Maybe. Don't you love reading live as is live and not as live? Hello, Jackie. Yes, I am live on Twitch. I am live on Twitch. In fact, inspiration. The boy. Why is this pencil so thin? Or pen so thin? There we go. Live it on Twitch. Alright, gotta go. Work time. Love you, dear. Love you too, hun. Have a good day. I will have fun. Just gonna try to fill this out. Live it on Twitch. I try not to be. Just start off. Oh boy. Can I not can I not draw today on the drawing day? That'd suck, because there are days where you just can't draw. Also, if the mic's too loud, let me know. I'm too much of a perfectionist with this stuff. Like one of my things is I just gotta learn to sketch and not worry about it. That's still a hurdle that I struggle to get over. Just draw. Just draw and not worry too much about it. This is the weirdest looking. This is the weirdest looking imp. Oh Lord. Also, the stream delay is I feel like it's longer than usual. The Goat Imp by C.S. Lewis. Sure. There we go. There we go. Just gonna have a little. Ah. I can see a book with that title. Completely understandable. I cannot draw today. Oh well. This is how I usually I usually warm up with a sketch page. So it's just like, how else am I gonna warm up instead of just by drawing? Oh God, what is that arm? Yet again. Exactly. Oh God, everything's falling apart. Where are these? What's the select position? Ah well, I'll get it. I'll get back into it. Like I just have to remember how to draw. What do I do? Don't let this be an example of my art, by the way. I'm just kind of struggling today. No pressure. Well, thank you. I appreciate the no pressure. Oh God. It's not getting better. It's okay, I can't even draw a circle. I understand. Drawing is art is a mystery. You know what? These legs are too close in. I'm gonna just do the imp. In fact, I may just there we go. T-posing just slightly down here. Okay. There we go. That's a bit more reasonable. Wait a second. There's another horn missing. What is this? Eterna Forest, Diamond and Pearl. I haven't played Diamond and Pearl in ages. Is my internet dying? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay. Oh. Are we back? Hello? Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Alright. Well. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. There's another one for the books. Oh jeez. Alright. Okay. Oh boy. It's just let's get that one up. Let's get that one up. Cause that seems like it'll be nice. Sorry for all of that. That's oh god. That sucked because not only did it go offline, but Streamlabs just stopped working, and then when I pulled up Streamlabs again, the model was gone, and like I tried to like restart virtual webcam, but then it just froze again, so I had to force close it again. That was not fun. Oh well, there's another one for the books. Just more technical difficulties to pile onto this. Oh well. As I've said before, learning experience. So what have we learned today? I don't know actually. Spectrum sucks. Streamlabs will crash. Be wary that at any point technical difficulties will arise. Ye, we're back. Technical difficulties just... Oh boy, if a goat T-pose hard enough, you will get a cursed. Understandable. Oh boy. Oh, no, please, internet, please, no, please. Oh god, we're good, we're please just let me stream today. What happened? Last thing I heard, you screaming, oh god. Internet died, Streamlabs crashed, I rebooted it, the model wasn't there, so I had to force close it again, and 'tis the power instilled in all goats, apparently so. Okay. Small goat in the corner. Oh boy. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Is it raining? Yep, well, it was raining. It was being stormy a bit earlier. But I have on this I changed it to, oh wait, this might be an issue. That is not game chops. I don't want to run into copyright issues. And Game Chops, their stuff is all royalty free. Excuse you. That's an ad. That's an ad. Can I please just stream without much worry? Oh, I hope that doesn't get muted in the VOD. It might. I worry. It's kind of loud. Alright. Maybe that's better. Alright. Okay, back to this hot mess. Alright, let's try to draw something. Something more structured so I can really get my drawing my drawing hand working today. It was Jackie. He punishes us for calling him cute. I mean, yeah. I hope that doesn't get moved in the VOD model winks. Yeah, I do have it so I can blink, but sometimes it's just like it just doesn't want it wants to do its own thing. Now we can do something like this. There we go. Are you tired? I'm always tired. It's just a matter of me. Like I don't know what it is. I do sleep. I don't trust me. I get my sleep. Let me just look up some reference. Luckily, this is not being captured because I typically don't trust Google Images to not show up. Why am I Googling Google Images? God, brain, please. All I ask for you is to work. Okay. Let's get some reference for this guy. Just look into this. See, you got some full body for me? Please? Have you ever had a diabetes test? No, I haven't actually. Like I've always worried. I have always wondered whether or not it's like low blood sugar or something, but I've never actually tested it or like looked into it or anything. I probably should. Probably healthy for me, but you know. The United States of you can't afford health. Okay, this guy's proportions are a bit. I'm gonna have to shrink that down. Broaden those shoulders. Something like that. Those arms a bit further out. This is already a mess. already kind of loving it. I'm a bit. I feel like I'm a bit too self-harsh. A bit too harsh on myself. Let's just go back a bit. Let's not worry too much on really replicating the style. They're not buff. They're just wide. Well, like they got those broad shoulders. See if anyone will be able to recognize as I draw. See how I can get go up to here. Let's just put that here. Not really that strong of a chin. Let's just go ahead and do this. Decide where the eyes are gonna be. You know what? Why don't I just put that over here. Yeah, that'll work. Wide guys, tight clothes, perfection. Understandable. Let's see. Well, what am I doing here? Okay. Give him those some broad cheeks. And he's got some fluffy tufts. Wait, why am I drawing this on the... Ah, well. It's not a skeleton. Hey, who does Snake communicate with in the first Metal Gear Solid? Like the radio thing talks to people other than Big Boss. In the first Metal Gear Solid? In the first Metal Gear Solid, it's Colonel Campbell, Kazuhira Miller, and is it Walton? You're close, actually. And it's not Walton. But let's just give you your nice big crookedy smile, cause you're a looker, aren't you? Give you those chompers. Give you some chompers. There you go. Mei Ling! Yee. I think my examiner wants me to specify that I'm not the person to write in the line about Metal Gear Solid. Ah, yee. I think... Actually, I don't... Big Boss wasn't in the first Metal Gear Solid. But they were in the... He was in the first, Metal Gear, though. To my recollection. Stripedy ears. E? Are we eating? Is that the thing now? Just goes to show I know jack about Kojima lore. I mean, it's understandable. It's one of the more complicated game stories. We got maybe a bit sketchy messy, but I kind of like having it a bit sketchy messy. You got nice lashes. You're the man of the hour. You're the spooky friend. Yeah, right, Ryan. You were close. Only thing I know about Metal Gear Solid is Snake's ass cheeks. He's trying to sneak past the guards, but the clap from his ass cheeks keep alerting them. You've got a big old bow tie. Chest kind of open. Got some there we go. Something, something bored by daddy. Ben, you're, if you're here for chaos, then good job. I know they flattened his ass in Smash Bros. Ultimate appearance. I mean, did they? Did they flatten Snake's ass? Right, there was a big thing about that. I think it's a meme. The flattening of Snake's ass? I don't know. Like, Dead by Daylight already has their own like pyramid heads ass thing. I'm making Freddy's quality pizza. Ah. So horrifying. Don't be making pizza monstrosities. My second guess was gonna be Bon Bon, which is kinda right, twice. I'll give a hint. This guy was in like one episode. I'm probably spending a bit too much time on him. But hey. Just want to draw some stuff. Let's see. Just kind of chill out. See, I still remember crawling on the stairs in Metal Gear Solid 2 on PS2 and the camera zooming on Snake's ass. Funnily enough, Metal Gear Solid 2 was my first Metal Gear Solid game that I played. Probably not a great entry point into the series because it really overloads you on, hey, this game series is very story focused with all this complicated stuff that you are a child and you don't understand. But you remember Snake's ass. I feel like while playing I was too young to really be looking. I think I was like 10, so I didn't really pay attention. I was just like, yeah, sneak game, yeah, guns. I go around. I enjoy the story and all that stuff. Wasn't really looking at ass back then. Who can forget Snake's ass? What a sentence. But I feel like it's true. People want that snake ass. There we go. Top 10 memorable asses in video games. It's not my fault. The camera wanted me to see it. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. This... It's hard to draw. It's hard to draw. It's hard to draw when you're laughing too much. Is that guy from Freddy? Inspired by. Like, Ryan was right about Walden Files. It is a very, very specific character from a very specific video. Who's probably technically kind of just a recolor of another character. I know the lore is super in-depth, guys. Okay. Doesn't really show the sides of the hands, so I'm just gonna have to go with that. It's super messy, but it's a sketch page. Don't really have to worry too much. You can just chill. Just chill with it. Enjoy the process. Do you think it's weird people trying to market horror games to little kids? I feel like that is kind of it's what the climate of indie horror has kind of become, because, well, unfortunately it's become about merchandise. Like, and of course I like some horror merch. But like, it's kind of sacrificing potential for appeal. You know? Like I'm sure. And I don't know. I feel like the series that this is from focuses like at least a bit more on the horror aspect than most modern indie horror games try to go for, because more analog horror and more focusing on, like, hey, here's a creepy idea, here's and the presentation, let's present this in a freaky way. Like I love horror, but I do understand that there's kind of a problem when it comes to the horror climate. I don't know if horror should be mass appeal, and that's a weird thing to say. I feel like horror is kind of just this niche thing that if you're not into it, you're not into it. This might be why I haven't been able to really connect with recent big indie horrors. It's a problem. Like, it kind of alienates the horror fans that want horror, you know? I think Slender Man ruined horror games. That is an understandable take, because it's where I feel like it's probably where the mass appeal angle kind of started. They didn't really merchandise Slender Man very well. It's just that it kind of spread. It became more meme culture than horror culture. Horror is rather subjective, though. That is fair. That's very true. Like, what scares some people probably won't scare other people, and vice versa. I think the best thing to come from the indie horror climate within recent years has been the analog horror genre, because it focuses more on setting a mood, and I think that's what's missing in a lot of horror content as of late. They focus too much on, like, that's not good. they don't focus enough on setting the right atmosphere for horror. But indie horror, but like analog horror. Analog horror is one of those things that's just that it sets the right mood for it. I remember when I was a kid, I dreamed about Slender Man. Understandable. Yeah, like all the creepypasta stuff it has potential. There are good creepypastas out there. There's still good horror content online. There's I feel like it's kind of having a bit of a resurgence, but like I don't know if the horror climate is ever going to like undo this kind of mass appeal kind of thing, because like I said, I feel like it's kind of hello Chunky Ocelot. I myself am a big fan of those surreal things. Yeah, like surreal horror. Like it's kind of hard to have mass appeal with something that's off the wall and out there. Is the man of the hour Bond? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it's the Pumpkin Rabbit from the Mysterious House. Like teaching Jake about the camcorder. Oh no, is the internet dying again? Oh, thank God it's not. Yeah, I'm just kind of filling out the sketch page. It's been something that I've been missing out on with trying to get this this whole stream setup going. Thank you very much. I'm glad it looks cool. I'm really just sketching. It's very rough, but yeah, I'm just trying to have fun. Just relax. Let's see, the things where the lore isn't clear cut and people can read into them in different ways. Understandable. I like keeping things. I like you know, ambiguous storytelling. I think Slenderman is a manifestation of kids' fear of strangers. That's understandable. Yet again, we come back to this. I find it funny. The other day, was it the other day or was it a couple days ago? Talking about calorophobia and stuff like that, and we're back on horror stuff. Of course, it is because I'm drawing an analog horror series character, but be that as it may. But I do love horror. It's always been one of those things that I want to do more of, you know? I finally started on the little animation project after ages of procrastinating. Understandable. Procrastination is something that affects us all at some point. No one has a perfect ability to, you know, keep always on point with projects and stuff. Go. Although I read a really good, straightforward retelling of the House of Usher was released this year, so I guess the surreal stuff isn't all I like. I mean, that's just diverse taste. So I dreamed about Slenderman in the 90s. I didn't have internet back then. What? That's weird. I mean, there have been apparently stories about stuff like that. like the Slender Man isn't just this like out of nowhere being of the internet. Like it's a bit, from what I hear, a bit based on like other sorts urban legends and stuff. Let's get something pulled up over here. Some reference. Let's see. This one you'll probably be able to guess. You'll probably be able to guess, because they're kind of a muse of mine. Let's see. It's Rayman! No. Not Rayman. Oh goodness, it gave me a laugh. It's not Rayman, but I get where you're coming from. When I was a kid, dreamed about these green things called gremlins. I think that movie is called like that. I haven't slept for 2 days after that. Oh, dude, I get that. Like when you're a kid, that movie kind of gets you, but then you watch it as an adult, and it's just like, oh wait, this is a comedy. Or well, it's a comedy. It's a comedy monster movie. Let's see. Chess? Yeah, I rewatched it, and it's so bad, but I still like it. I think it's like meant to be like a B movie. Like that was what it was going for. Maybe, I'm not sure. Like it's definitely been a while since I've watched it. Like, gosh, when was the last time I watched Gremlins? I had a weird nightmare as a kid where the robot trousers from Wallace and Gromit killed my family with a really long knife. Nightmares are weird. Gizmo's cute. Yes, Gizmo is very cute. Let's see if I can get this. I actually watched Gremlins last Christmas, I believe, for the first time. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I genuinely, it's been so long since I've watched it. Maybe I should watch it again sometime, because it is kind of a Christmas movie. Oh wait, that is not Rayman. Like I told ya, I said so. I said not Rayman. Oh boy, this is so sketchy. There we go. Give it a bit of a cleaning up. This may be the worst one I've drawn. Oh no, that cat thing. Why is someone offering cereal to Neko Arc? Hello, Jackie. Thank you for the question, hon. And it's not cereal, it's the candy. Neko Arc needs to run. Although Neko Arc is in no danger. The pumpkin rabbit is, though. Oh goodness. Cutie alert. Exactly. Uh-oh. Stream buffering. Okay, we're still connected. I always get so worried. Now that I know I have the potential to disconnect, I end up worrying so much. Are we gonna go with classic Neko Arc or Type Lumina Neko Arc? I feel like I'm kind of drawing Type Lumina Neko Arc. I look forward to when we can use bits to trigger some animation of Cutie Alert. Exactly. Like that's one of the things. That's one of the things I'm excited for. Oh Lord, yes, Jackie. I think I'll probably go with like. No, I haven't drawn Type Lumina Neko Arc enough. We get these hair things. The hair empanadas. No. I'm not feeling that. Go with OG Neko Arc. Quite the word. I've lost my touch. I used to be able to draw Neko Arc. Shaw. Oh, Bafanada. No, I am not cute. Hush, I must return to work now. Laters, everyone. Love you, dear. Love you too, hun. Again, have a good day at work. We're just chilling here. Just doing some art. The pumpkin rabbit has no idea of the danger they are in right now. Oh boy. Let's see. Look at you. Oh my god. What the? Bound to Ekans? Okay. Give the turtleneck. A little bit of an erase. Hey Blight, do you like my Pog Ekans? I love it. I love the Ekans. It's adorable. Let's see, Nekar. How's your shirt? You kind of got it like. There we go. Go like this. There we go. There we go. Oh goodness, I should definitely at some point stream just like I get an idea and then draw and then actually draw it instead of this sketchy nonsense that I'm doing. is a sprite from the Japanese version of Pokemon Red. I've seen a couple of those original sprites. They're a trip to look at. Like the Golbat, just, or was that the American version? I can't remember. Classic Nekoark has a longer shirt, has a longer skirt. Let's see, first gen Pokemon sprites are fugly. I mean, they have a charm to them, I'd say. They're funny. All right, and since Classic Nekoark isn't really wearing, like, they got these, like, all black long boots on, so I can just really just fill this all in. Believe me, the Japanese version is worse. I've heard. Again and again, I have seen some of the sprites. They're funny, in my opinion. There we go. The crossover no one wanted. The mysterious house with the Walden Files and Nekoark. Don't worry, everyone. Nekoark is safe from the simple prospect that they are Nekoark. Ah, squeaky tablet screen. Alright. We've got a couple things on this page that was supposed to be a drawing a day for all of August. Boy, I've been preoccupied. Most of the month I've just been trying to get everything together for starting the streaming stuff. Maybe I should just take a moment to just fill it all out. But hey, you guys are getting to see at least several of the starting of the things that are going on this curse of a page. All right. Let's see. You know what? Why don't we go ahead and add in. Let's add Shaw. If we're gonna have the pumpkin rabbit. Okay. Shaw! And do you know, part of me is excited for draw Lovecraft and his cat. I'd rather not. Reason number one, I'm not good at drawing human. Reason number two, I don't want to label. I don't want to be putting labels on. This is Lovecat. This is Lovecat. This is Lovecraft's cat. Look up their name. I'd rather we didn't. Let's see. Draw Lovecraft and Poe duking it out. I thought my dyslexia made me think. My dyslexia made me think of Lovecraft and Poe on a basketball court. You can turn them into like a fish man and anthropomorphize rabbit. That's a good idea. Like maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Like maybe I could try that sometime. Hmm. Just trying to figure out this body shape here. You'd think I'd have the basic stuff down, but nah. You never really do, it seems. Quoth the Raven, "Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam." I don't know if I love that or hate it. You got a long neck, Shaw. But hey, she's cute. Okay, you got a big poofy floofy ear. Floof floof. Ear. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Did you try watching Space Jam again? My God, Michael Jordan is a plank of wood. I haven't watched Space Jam as of late. I probably should give it a rewatch. I do remember that the acting isn't great. I'm just remembering I don't play basketball anymore. Could you draw Lamp Kitty from Fallen London? It's a fish cat. I still haven't played Fallen London. I still don't know other than the stuff you've told me about it. I still don't know much about Fallen London. But maybe I could. I definitely could. I definitely could look it up. Let's see. Let's see. His acting is worse than you remember. It's so bad. I'll have to give it a watch. I haven't watched it since. Oh God, when was the last time I watched Space Jam? That's a good question. I genuinely could not tell you. I was definitely, at the very least, a teenager last time I watched it. There we go. Making a cutie here. I've never seen Space Jam. You're not missing out on much, if I can say. Like I get that it's one of those movies. It's just like, oh, how could you have not seen this cultural touchstone? And no, I don't think it's that great. It's a cheesy '90s sports action cartoon live action. The only good thing is the animation. I mean, yeah, it is Looney Tunes after all, with live action Michael Jordan. I assume they make jam for aliens. Jam for aliens. I actually is it called Space Jam just because of the song? You mean a plank of wood? Shaw, how can I make you look sad? I'm Listen, tiles are nonsense. Yeah, that should work. There's no jam in the plot. I mean, you come on and jam, you come on and slam, and you welcome to the jam. There we go. I just meme template, Space Jam or whatever. I don't know. I never saw the movie. just some aliens making breakfast. How are you this cute, you horror series character? Stop being so cute. Marvin the Martian was the referee because he was both Toon and an alien. I never thought about that! Wait a second! Actually, weren't the aliens from Space Jam from Mars? I'm just like... Now I'm like, what the fuck? What? Marvin! Whose team are you on? So at least they only half lied to me. A nonsensical plot. Okay, did the video end? Yep. Okay, just gotta make sure. Just gotta make sure we put it on some more game chops. Just make sure we got some good music playing here. Cause it's one of the it's something that I know Intivio. We are not sponsored. Let's see. This should be good. Alright. Let's see. How are you so cute, horror series characters? Says the bat that loves the wolf from Darkwood. I mean, the wolf isn't cute. The wolf is hot. There's a difference. I mean, there's a fine line. So there's cute, there's hot, there's cute hot. There's you know. Stuff like that. And yet here I also am, the fluffy bat boy who is an eldritch abomination. I guess I like cute spooky things. That's just always been the case. Aliens want to slave the Looney Tunes to their amusement park and decide their fate by they choose to play basketball. That's the plot. The wolf is not cute, the wolf is hot. Clipping this. Go right ahead! If you want to clip stuff, more power to you. Oh, goodness. Just keep that open, make sure everything's running smoothly. We got a tight ship to run. I'm trying to. I'm still doing my best to see how well I can split my focus. Shaw, how fluffy. Okay. Let's see. Where does your floof pattern? There we go. How floofy. Can't really get a good look at all of you. There's some minimum. That is not the character that I'm looking for. I am glad that this is not being captured. This is like I said, don't trust Google Images on stream. Speaking of which, if ever have there be something that I don't want to be appearing on stream, what? That was probably not pleasant to look at. I'd cut the clips of Blight thirsting over swatching in his Delta Rune playthrough. Nah, that's going in the supercut. But yeah, if ever there be an instance of something on stream that I don't want to be, I have a panic button. Ah! Did it work? Okay, it did work. The stream latency's got to me. All right, back to the show. Oh yeah, I played through Deltarune now, so I can watch that now. Well, enjoy the series. All right, back to Shaw. Just too cute. Gosh. Like how I'm like that's kind of the problem. That's kind of the problem I also had with the FNAF series. At some point, I get a better look at the animatronics. It's just like, these characters are cute. How am I supposed to be scared of this? How am I supposed to be scared of this? The characters are cute. I am HO. But hey, at least from what I've seen, the Walton Files. The Walton Files runs a fine line. They're cute when the style demands it, and then they're horrifying when the style demands it. It varies. What's the worst game you've ever played? The one that made you rage. The worst game I've ever played? You know, I feel like I've had. The thing is. It's been done. I have clipped it. I have heard Blight thirst for the wolf on loop for the past 3 minutes now. Oh boy. Oh goodness. My legacy is going to be Moomins and horny on main jokes. Oh lord. I don't know. I feel like I just want to have fun. Like I'm just being me. And I hope that I'm a person that people can vibe with. That's all I hope. But yeah, worst game I've ever played. That is a really tough one because I don't like. I feel like the games that I've hated the most haven't been the games that have made me rage. Honestly, the games that have made me rage the most tend to turn out to be like kind of my favorites. It's weird. Like if I get angry at a game, that means I'm passionate about it. Like I got angry about the super secret endgame stuff in Hollow Knight. If you haven't played or watched the series, I raged at Bug Snacks, and that is this is real. This is me. I raged at Bug Snacks, and that is now one of my favorite games that I've ever played personally. But the games that it's new follower. Who followed? Purple XT. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. As always, it's new followers are entered into a raffle for a free bust, for a free colored bust at the end of the week. And if we've reached affiliate by the end of debut week, then the amount of winners will go up from 5 to 10. Also, this is just being sketchy right now. This is not really. It's the quality of my sketch work. I remember being quietly yelled at for saying it would take you a while. Also remember the apology for that at the start of the video. Oh right, I did put out a video saying that that the Pantheon was going to take me a while, but it did. That thing took me like a month to beat. There was this game where you just jumped with F4 and sprinted with Alt. I have a reserve spot in hell for that game. No clue. But you know, it's not going to come to me right now, so I'm just going to say the Percy Jackson and the Olympians Nintendo DS RPG that came out after the god-awful movie came out. And it took me all of like 2 hours to beat, and it was the most boring game I have ever played. It was awful. It was just bad. And what did I expect from a licensed game based on one of the worst movies I've ever seen? And that's saying something, because I saw the Last Airbender movie, and that is definitely my that's my personal, this. I watched this movie, and it is the worst. I honestly don't know what I was expecting, because live-action adaptations just tend not to work. But hey, it was me and my older cousin. We were both Avatar: The Last Airbender fans, and we were like, hey, they made a movie. You want to go see it? And I was just like, sure. Any excuse to go watch a movie in a theater, I'd say is a good excuse enough. I don't know what we were expecting, honestly. We just went to go see it, and then it's just like, well, that was garbage. Show more. Am I gonna have to interpolate the rest of the body? There is only chest up. Ah well. But for now, I'd probably have to say that the worst game I've ever played is that Percy Jackson and the Olympians game. Like, I love the books to death. That is my favorite book series. So like, I watched the movie and God, it was awful. And then well, that's not my pen. And then I played the game, and it was equally as bad. I remember thinking they're not stupid enough to think that they'll get a sequel, right? After watching, yeah, like I'm gonna guess about The Last Airbender because they bring in Azula and she's like a 10-year-old, and I'm just like, they're not going to make a sequel. There will not be a sequel. This will not get a sequel. I expect this to bomb. Everything went to shit when Capcom and Konami stopped making licensed games. I mean, you're not wrong, because prime example, DuckTales. DuckTales even got a remake, it was that good. Woo-oh? Size and Lion King for SNES. Understandable. And Clive. Is that another Hollow Knight utterance that I'm not recalling at the moment? Hello. Who's hello? Who's helloing at? Is there someone that's not popping up in my feed right now? I'm just going to assume floof. Let's see. And Cliff is DuckTales intro I grew up with. Ah, alright. Alright. Hello to you too. I think she's turning out looking alright. How long have I been? Oh, it's only been like an hour. My ears are going crazy. I catch them flicking over here. I catch them out of my peripheral flicking. There we go. But do you remember the old licensed games Capcom and Konami made in the 90s? Not all of them. I know they did a good number of them, and they were all pretty decent. Like surprisingly, like they kind of set the bar for licensed games, and then like modern licensed games kind of shat the bed. I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but I definitely know that they did a lot of good ones. I'm gonna assume. Let's just do it like this. Go simple. There we go. You're looking cute, Shaw. Let's give you a little poof, little poof of a tail. There we go. Let's see, what do I have? What was the name of this this font? Simsun. That's way too big. X-Men Mutant Apocalypse is my jam. I haven't played that one, but I've seen gameplay. It looks fun. Just looks like a good beat 'em up. Ah, I cannot spell. It's more like a platformer? Right. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game. I could be. There we go. Everything's looking alright. Okay. Progression of my ability to draw today. We start off with the imp, had some struggles there, and went from Pumpkin Rabbit to Neko-Arc to Shaw. Shaw's looking. I'm actually a real. I should probably actually give her some proper art. But yeah, I've got other art I need to work on. But I'm like commissioner's privacy policy. Commissions are for their eyes only while I'm working on it. That kind of thing. Where's Jackie's feet? Below the canvas. They sunken into the void, being reclaimed by Abyss, their glorious mother. Let's just. In fact, now that we've gotten a bit more warmed up, maybe we can do better with Jackie. Move you up a bit. That may be a bit better. The imp. TFW? Maybe I'm drawing a blank. Not great with acronyms. There we go, those long, floppy ears. Those ridiculously long, comedically adorable ears. That face when, right. There we go. More imp. Heck yeah. There we go. The Goat Imp by Blight Von Drake. White canvas background. Clip Studio paint. Black on white canvas. Oh, goodness. Yes. Looking better. I feel like Neko-Arc's proportions are a bit off, but you know. We'll be in museums. I I would die laughing if like somehow, some way, someone managed to sneak or convince like a museum that like that my that my art was somehow some high art piece from like the Renaissance era or something. See, picture this, a pair of gloves made of tongues. They are still salivating, and they make you stealthier somehow. Is this Fallen London? It belongs in a museum! Oh, dude. Indiana Jones. Like, I still say Last Crusade's, like, my favorite. I'm convincing my friend to get the cool penguin into our local art gallery! If you do, please, I need photos! I need photos of that! That sounds amazing. Pair of linguals. Alright. I still know nothing about Fallen London, but, well, more than, like, the only things I know are what you told me. But it sounds wacky. Gosh, you are cute! Like, I can't help it. I find cute character and it's just like, love, I adore you. Like, I'm a sucker for cute. I always have been. Cute is one of my weaknesses. I'm gonna spend way too much time. I'm gonna spend way too much time just steadily working on smaller and smaller details on Shaw here. Oh wait, your lashes. Right. Like I said, they're from Polythreme, where the entire island is alive. Walls, doors, streets, shoes, other articles of clothing. That sounds cool. I am incredibly curious. You know, looking good, Shaw? No. Yet again, like I said, I'm gonna spend too much time doing the smallest, steadiest details on her until it's just like, oh, this is a completed image now. Why have I done this? Can you imagine an old famous painting considered high art becoming being a joke someone made with a friend? I love that idea. I genuinely do. And it makes me curious if there are any examples of that and we just don't know about it. It's pretty likely. That would be amazing, but again, I feel like we would never be able to know. Okay, if I can just isolate you here. Darn it! Why did I have to draw her so cute? I'm not over here trying to brag. I'm just like I feel like I feel the small sense of pride when I actually do good on something. You have to give yourself some congratulations every now and again, you know? You have to feel good and proud of what you do. Let's see. It is the only way I can make sense of ceci nest pas en un pipe. I probably butchered that. This is not a pipe. The thing about this is not a pipe is I feel like it's the fact that, yeah, that it's it's not a pipe. It's a painting of a pipe. The image itself is not real. It's giving you the image of a pipe, and that in of itself is, it's like commentary or something. It's deep and it's meaningful, and the art teachers will rave about it. Something along those lines. Like I feel like they were either trying to make a statement, or they were I think it probably was a statement or something, or they're making like a really in-depth joke. Can you imagine Mona Lisa being just a painting of a woman Leonardo da Vinci did himself as a? Can you imagine Mona Lisa being just a painting of Leonardo da Vinci did of himself as a woman? Confusing statement? Like you'd have to sit there. You'd have to sit there for a while, just in front of a mirror, steadily painting for the longest time. But hey, that's how you did painting. You do it over countless days, maybe months. How long did the Mona Lisa take to? I'm pretty sure someone knows how long it took to make. Yeah, but I feel like the concept of that pipe could only come from bar banter. Or maybe it's a matter of like they wanted to do something, they wanted to draw something, but then like a long time. Yeah, I feel like that's the case. But I feel like maybe someone at some time was like, if you create this, then you have intent by it, but like there was no intent by it, you know? If I can explain that well enough. Like, the intent is that there is no intent. It's not a pipe. It's just a painting of a pipe. Could study this for hours, you know? It's one of those things. I feel like I say that too much too. It's one of those things. I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to stop going back to Sean, just finding little details to put more detail into. Because I'm really liking how she turned out here. It's just a joke, bro. This cracky-ass chair. Okay, what next? It's never gonna stop. I just remembered an idea I had for it. Also, that might be, was that the last song in the? It is. Let's see, did I have something else, something else prepared for this? I do not. Give me a sec, so I can pull up another playlist. Just gotta find a nice long one. Just gotta find a nice long one. The things I end up saying. Check. What is this? No, I don't think that. We'll go with this one. This is an ad. You are not playing an ad on my stream. Please leave unskippable ad. Have a good day. Thank you. Come again. But don't. More ads. It probably should, like, get like an ad blocker or something for that, just for that stuff. Let's see. You love fluffy creatures, don't you? I do. I do. I love fluffy creatures. I love cute. Quick, combine. Just need a long one with blind thirsting over a wolf. Give us a Black Forest Frost original, coward. I really do need to make more music. But that reminds me. Like when I was talking about I got pulled onto like a group for doing projects and stuff. Like they when they added me on for like, hey, I like your music, come be one of our music makers, and I'm just like, no, I just added that because it's something I can do, and it's not because I have doubts in my music. It's because I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to music. I'm just like, okay, we grab a scale, we make some chords, we put some notes here and there until it sounds good. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm making. Oh, this sounds nice. And let's just put some drums on that. Just put some effects. Put that isotope vinyl effect. Put that isotope vinyl VST on the master track, and then I have a song. And I'm just like, I don't know if this is what I was going for, but now I have it. Now it's a song. I at least try to have direction going into it, but it's so hard. Music is a difficult thing for me. I will clue you in on a little thing. No one knows what they're doing when you're making music. Really? Blight over here literally describing how music is made? Where am I? What am I doing? Really? That actually kind of helps. That actually kind of helps my confidence in making music, because like I feel like at least some people have like a direction going in. Like it's just like, I want to make a song that goes ba 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 da 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 da, and they know what those notes are, and then are able to make chords, and then and have a drum track in mind for it, stuff like that. I have no clue how I've made half my thing. Really? Huh, that actually gives me a lot of confidence because I really like your music. So that actually helps. That actually helps a lot. Oh goodness. You've really bolstered my confidence with that. I definitely should make more music. It's just I sit down, I do something, and then it's just like I have a couple doots, and it's like, I'm a hack, I'm a fraud. I go have a little artist freak out for a little while, and then maybe I'll come back to it and come out with something potentially good, hopefully. All right. Idea. Oh boy. I've kind of had this idea because this meme has been floating around. So let's see, who's it gonna be? Who's gonna be singing what? It's a microphone. It is a let me just let me just. There you go. Microphone. He's begging for the Coke. No. No conk Pepsi. I actually do prefer Coke, though. But now I'm just like, who's going to be what character? Hmm. Okay. Okay. But look on YouTube. Please give me your Coke. Oh no. All right, I'll have to get more things I'm gonna have to look up. Let's see. You got that big nose. Who's gonna be the first to guess this fun character? Now, let me just clean that up a bit. I still need to find certain styles for drawing these characters. I'm still kind of ruminating on that because I'm gonna have to end up drawing them a good several times, each at least. I was not ready to learn Korean, but here I am. Well, you know Korean. Didn't know that. We got this. How do you spell this word? There we go. No, I have only learned how to ask for. Oh. Isn't the first like phrase you learn like typically like where the bathroom is when you're learning a new language or something like that? Ah. Pictured my mental state after any school. School was a mixed bag for me. Sometimes, most of the times, all the time, it was bad. But where was I going with this? Can I post the please give me Coke link here, please? I'll probably end up losing the link actually. I'll I feel like you can, but I don't know. It's just a matter of it might end up misplaced. Plus, I don't know if it's things that are safe for YouTube aren't safe for Twitch apparently. From what I've learned, at least. This is a weird site, but hey, I think I'm getting used to it. There we go. So it better not. Use your discretion. If you think it's too suggestive to be posting in chat, but it is a link after all. I don't know about the policies of posting links in chats, but I know that I don't know. At the very least on YouTube, like posting links gets you like muted or like your comment removed, stuff like that. Is a funny video. I'm sure go ahead and post it. I just hear I'm begging for Coke, and I think I'm begging for your Coke, and I'm like, this probably is funny. Oh, what am I worried about? Chat's been horny on main for these past several days. All right. Well, I'll definitely have to take a look at that. Take a look at that in a bit. So I'm just gonna be doing some draw. Feel like I probably shouldn't be doing. Ryan got it. It's Philbo. I probably shouldn't be doing like other people's videos on YouTube and on Twitch. Like I know it's not a problem, but I don't know. Like I know that some people have an issue with that. Oh yeah, this is definitely nothing sensitive. Nuh-uh. Yeah, I made him a bit too scrawny, I think. I asked because some streamers don't like when chat posts links. It's good that you asked, though. You always like that is always like you gotta make sure that the streamer is okay with stuff like that. Like, it's a very good practice. Okay. Yet again, I still need to decide on how I want to draw each Grumpus, because like I said before, the Bugsnax Supercut, I'm kind of gonna go all out on it. So I kind of got to decide on how I'm going to. I feel like I've decided on how I'm gonna draw a Wambus at the very least. It was in another one of these sketch pages. All right. How long have we been going for? Hour 40, about? He looks very humanoid-like. That's I do like, this isn't how the finalized version. He's going to look a bit more like, I'm wanting to find a good balance. Like, everyone who does Bugsnax fan art has their own like way they draw the Grumpuses, and I'm still kind of trying to find mine. I don't want them to look too humanoid, personally. I want them to still look kind of monstery. Because Young Horse has basically said that Grumpuses are kind of a monster species. With the initial idea being that you played as a monster and you fed your monster friends bugs that give them different powers and stuff, and that eventually became Bugsnax, which eventually became straight up one of my favorite games I've ever played. I I love Bugsnax to death. Some Muppet ass looking creatures. I mean, they're in-game design. Bugsnax is a metaphor for addiction, right? I mean, there are some, like, I feel like kinda. If you haven't played it, I really suggest that you do, because the story's great, the characters are great, it's just all great, and there is the whole matter of heck. Probably more unhealthy coping mechanism. There it is. That best way to. I was going to try to explain, but the words weren't coming to me. So thank you, Ryan. Let's see. See, but that's what addiction is. I mean, depends on situation, I think. But it's like a case for case kind of thing. But I'm not sure. Like I said, I think I've said it before, where I'm not a psychologist. I don't know this stuff. I do my best to understand it, but let's do a bit of this. I probably should be wrapping up the stream sometime soon, but I've done some drawings today, and that's kind of just what I wanted to do. Probably should have decided on just specifically something that I could draw, but like the sketch page has not been worked on. But hey, I managed to use the time to at least fill out part of it. Definitely want to have this up like maybe 1st of September or last day of October. Not October, Jesus, of August. And great thing is, I think I've managed to get past my my 8 hours of streaming towards affiliate. But hey, we're still like 16 followers away from the 50 follower mark. But hey, we'll see what happens. If we don't get affiliate immediately, then hey, we're still streaming. We're still starting out. Always had the chance to grow. Okay, pretty sure everything's still going good. You're doing good, dude. Aw, thanks. I really appreciate it. Like the support means just so much to me. It's honestly part of the reason why I'm still doing it, because like, you know, the whole imposter syndrome thing, like I do still struggle with all of that mess. I'm trying to be better about it. Yeah, you're doing great. Thank you, guys. I genuinely highly appreciate all the support. It means so much to me. I'm trying my best, and we're just gonna be carving out our little place. Carving out a little place in the world for us weird little group of people just enjoying stuff, just having a good time. Yes and no, addiction is complicated, and it's yes and no, it can be starts as an unhealthy coping mechanism, but eventually it becomes things this person needs to function because their body needs it. Though with how bug snacks are, it's not entirely wrong to call them an addiction. I'm sure several people have done essays on bug snacks. Yeah, I get what you mean. You're doing absolutely fantastic, Bats. Oh, thank you. And yeah, I discussed it. I talked about it a couple days ago. Like sometimes it just sneaks up on me. Just the sensation of saying you don't deserve this. You've done nothing to earn this. That kind of thing. It's not true. It's not true. I know it's not true. I know I work hard, but it's always just that echo in the back of my mind. It's ye, not e. I feel like I said ye. Nope. I have my own. I have my things that I still need to work on, but I feel like I do. I feel like I do work on it, like steadily. But I'm here with you, not so. But I'm here to watch you, not someone else. That's incredibly sweet of you. And again, it's that small echo in the back of my mind saying you don't deserve this, but I keep having to remind myself, yeah, I do. And then a Mogus imposter. No, no Mogus. I keep losing my mind. But like I tell myself that I do deserve it, and then that same echo, that same voice says, "Now you're just being narcissistic." It's kind of a losing battle, but I feel like I steadily do better every day. Ah, the proportions are off! The proportions are so weird! God! He'll grab that echo and shake it like they did with that woman from Airplane? What? I guess I haven't seen Airplane, so so I guess I don't get the joke. Oh, Lord. Will we all have to line up like they did in Airplane? I see your bros here, Chandlo. Yeah, I'm doing my best to draw Chandlo. But again, I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to be drawing. How I'm going to be drawing each Grumpus. There we go. Because Chandlo's showing off a lot of peck. I mean, you look at him and like his entire man boobies are exposed. My TF2 mandated hat compulsion making me recognize people based off their hats. I've never had that experience, but I can understand. Man Diddy. Exactly. Oh man, is this Dire Dire Docks? Very nice. Love this song. This isn't looking how I'm wanting it to. I'll be honest. Ah well, it is a sketch page after all, so don't really have to worry about it much. This link from the scene in Airplane. That's what I want to do to the echo in your head. Okay, I'll have to give that a watch. Cause isn't it? I'm probably gonna sound stupid with this. Isn't it a Mel Brooks film? It probably isn't. I don't know. Okay, we're good here. He's looking too skinny. Ah! I think it's the Naked Gun guy. I don't really know my directors very well. Chandlo, I'm sorry. My bro. I'm falling apart. Easy fix. Broaden the shoulders. Art hack. More tiddy. He needs to widen. Exactly. I know jack about directors, but I know Mel Brooks' filmography to say I don't think it was him. Understandable. Ah, I'm losing it. Jim Abrahams directed Airplanes. He also directed Hot Shots. I need to watch more movies. I'm losing it. This is... I swear there's... Sometimes it's just like... The gift of art. I breathe life. Other times it's just like, no! Help me! Make him wider. Oh, that flex. W ding flex. I didn't know whiskey was strong. We must widen Chandlo. The swollest Chad lad. Sometimes your Mother Nature, sometimes you're Dr. Frankenstein. I love that. I want that on a t-shirt. I want that embroidered on like a metal plaque I can hang in my living room like a Live, Laugh, Love poster or something. That's good. Let's see, am I doing... E. Yeah, whatever. I aspire to be Doofenshmirtz. Mood. Doofenshmirtz is great. I haven't even watched that much of the Phineas and Ferbs, and I know Doofenshmirtz is great. Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated! This is tiny. What the? Nani. Okay. Alright. And stop staring at me with them big ol' eyes! I love that emote! Wider! Look. The fact of the matter is you're right. We must make her wider, Captain. For that I'm gonna need to broaden this chest out. Small, big. Oh, and don't skip leg day. Chandlo does not skip leg day. We know that for sure. There we go. Okay, that's starting to look a bit better. Chandlo never skips leg day. Absolutely. Just try my best to fill out these muskel. Alright. Okay, I think we've reached a decent amount of wide. Squeaky screen. I probably need to replace the nib on my tablet pin. Because when it gets squeaky, that means it's probably gotten a bit too sharp. Chandlo's boyfriend was voiced by Sonic? Same VA? You mean Snorpy? Snorpy was voiced by Sonic? Hold on. Snorpington Fizzlebean. Roger Craig Smith. I could have swore it was... I could have swore Sonic. What? Nope. Nope. I guess I was wrong. I thought it was. Maybe I'm thinking of a different Sonic VA. But you're right. I'm mentally picturing Chandlo bench pressing Snorpy. I guarantee you, it's probably happened before. But yeah, that's interesting. I was thinking like Ben Schwartz or something. I feel like is it Ben Schwartz? I'm not sure. I'm not great when it comes to VAs. Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. You're just standing over there in the darkness. You're being spooky. Roger voices Sonic and since Sonic Colors. Interesting. Jackie? Well, that was spooky. Just walked in, stared at me, then walked out. Yeah, Goat is home, but probably not in. Probably not in yet, but it probably won't be on much longer because I'm gonna have to head off soon. Yeah, we'll figure out Chandlo's legs another time. I think he's properly widened for now. So what's the progress so far? We have Imp. Also, hello, hun. We have Imp. We have Philbo is in misery. Chandlo's about to because Imp. Philbo's in misery. Chandlo's about to start doing CPR. Bro, you've been going for like 2 hours. Be free, batty boy. We have Nekoark being offered candy by the pumpkin rabbit, and what is currently I feel like the best part, like one of the best part of the canvas, the sketch page is Witch Costume Sha. She's looking good. I'm really proud of how she turned out. Yes, I was really hoping that Chandler would be singing CPR. I don't know who I'm going to have singing Reese's Puffs. Hell, maybe I'll have someone singing Five Nights at Freddy's. Anthropomorphic goat when? That's a good question. In fact, how would Jackie look as animatronic? I probably said anthropomorphic. Cutie. Boy, read. I'm sorry, I had dysphoria. I didn't say that wrong. But yeah, I like how Shaw turned out. I like how the pumpkin rabbit turned out. Nekoark. The imp is, oh no, there's a cat meowing. And there's Cyrillic. Oh boy, animatronic. But yeah, I'll probably fill the rest of this out. But hey, I shall silence the witch. Thank you, hun. Dysphoria? I meant to say dyslexia, but I said dysphoria. And it just rolled with it. A marker of the end times. Winch silenced. You have oiled the thing used to lift cars. The winch. The speaker of the end times. But yeah, it's been about 2 hours. I probably should start heading off. It's been fun to just chill, chat, and draw some stuff. Hopefully gonna have this sketch page filled out before September starts. Jackie, you cutie, you don't scare me. Spooked me last stream. I am an abomination, fear me. No, you're an imp. You are an abyssal. You are the demon's prince of the abyss, and you are adorable. There will be fear and precious, but you're like a goat though. Goats are scary creatures though, in their own right. You're a C.S. Lewis character. I mean, that's appropriately scary, I'd say. Have you seen an Alice? Have you seen a Cheshire Cat? I guess that will do. Alright. So the sketch page is coming along. I've got more on it than I I have more on it than I did before, so can probably have this filled out before August ends. Hopefully have it filled out before October ends, Jesus. But yeah, I really should start heading off. My boy's home, and I need to take care of some other things. I've got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work to do, but it has been fun. I'm gonna go give my goat some love, and I'm probably gonna eat something. I'm sorry. I see them yet, but I'm sorry. So I do need. It's been over 2 hours, and I really don't want to drag these streams on. Maybe at some point we can do longer streams, but just starting out, I don't want to be overloading myself, or overworking myself and stuff. Spooky October. Yeah, Halloween's almost here, and I that's something I need to work on. Oh Lord, I've got too much on my plate, but I'll manage it. Iron Frog Ass joins at the tail end of the stream once more. Goog. Aww. I actually went ahead and translated that. That's sweet of you. As always, the VODs will be up. Call him cute and T-pose him. I definitely will. But yeah, I know I hate ending streams because it's just like I know people want to watch and it sucks. But VODs are always gonna be up, and there will be another stream tomorrow. We're doing some Stardew Valley, and that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be hard for me to end that one, I can tell you one thing. But it's been nice. And watch the video I posted. Gonna have to check those out. But I actually really have to go in more ways than one. I brought something special. Oh boy, something else to be excited about. Beffica bestie. Beffica is bestie. Let's see. I'll be in the next stream. I'll be happy to have you. You can watch the clip. It pretty much sums up the whole stream. You can watch the clip. It pretty much sums up the whole stream. Oh Lord, thank you for clipping that. Oh boy. Oh Lord, as always, if you ever want to clip something funny, please do. It helps me find out what parts that people are liking. So I'll definitely be around. I'll be here tomorrow with Stardew Valley, and it's gonna be fun. Won't forget, I promise. Thank you very much. All right. So I'm gonna start heading off, guys. I had fun. It's just been nice to be able to draw and just chat with you guys, as it was yesterday with being able to just chill with some Cookie Clicker and chat. It's been nice, but I really have to go in more ways than one. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. We got Stardew Valley, as always. We're just having fun here. Debut week's only got like 2 more days left. I don't know if we're gonna reach the 50 followers, but we'll try. We'll see what happens. So I'll see you guys then. Oh, hold on. Last translation. No, not Google Images. Heck me. We played Cookie, I forgot the name. Might play some more Cookie Clicker at some point, but I'm not sure. That's definitely a fun, relaxed stream. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with Stardew. And yee. Have a good time, have fun, and have a good night, a good whenever, whatever you're doing, and yeah. Have a good day, night, evening, afternoon, etc. Later, everyone.